Hi, this is Terry Lewis from the band Great White. I'm really happy to be here, and you're watching Rocknlive. And did I say Terry Lewis from Great White? Yes, I said that. Yeah. I think the response is pretty amazing, to be honest with you. All over the world, fans were really surprised, happily surprised, and I'm personally really happy for I've read so many great reviews from different magazine journalists and things, and it's pretty much very positive. Aside few bad reviews from people that did not even listen to the album because they were just biased. You know what I mean, bias. Pretty much everything is, I would say, without being pretentious, pretty spectacular. You know, I did not expect that at all. I mean, I was a bit scared. I said, wow, replacing such a great singer like Jack Russell is not going to be easy, and it is not easy, by the way. But the response has been phenomenal. So I'm very pleased, actually.
Saw you there when the time was right. Just one look and I understand.
Tour again is amazing. Everything is amazing. I have to say that we've been on tour since 2010. Okay, when I joined the band in 2010, when Jack got sick, we did a few shows here and there, and then all of a sudden promoters were calling to book more shows, and then we have been non-stop. We've been touring non-stop except for a month and a half. It took us about a month and a half to record the album, and beside that, and New Year's Eve, Christmas, that's about it. I've been touring non-stop. We've done over 140 shows, I believe, and pretty spectacular, I have to be honest with you. We've toured with we do a lot of shows with different bands like Tesla and bands like Tesla, Twisted Sister, a lot of other friends, and Pat Benatar, Sammy Hagar, and we are very blessed. We've done some really big gigs, actually, usually around 3 to 10,000 people every night. So we're very blessed, actually. Very blessed. I'm for me, it's a second coming. It's a second chance, as a singer, and I'm really blessed, and I really appreciate that. I don't take it for granted.
She ain't gonna hold my hand. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you care. Well, let's get it on.
I would say we do about 80% of the hits, okay? Songs people know, and then we have 20% of new material, new songs of Elation. I think it would be wrong to basically only play the new album. I think it's wrong. People want to hear the old songs, So we do the old songs, we just incorporate a couple of new songs. And as far as the set list, to be honest with you, we like to change the songs, we like to change the order. I don't like to go on stage every night and just do the same thing every night. We have songs that we have to do, the big hits. We have to do them, that's what it is, But we have other songs we like to add and say, oh, how about that one tomorrow night? Sure, let's do it. I think it's important to have a variety of songs, and just choose sometimes and just say, hey, how about that one and this one? And sometimes, like last night, we were in Germany. I asked the fan, and I say, do you want to hear something? Is there anything you want to hear? And they said, yeah, I want to hear that one. Well, I didn't know it, so I said, wow, screw you, I don't know it. I was just kidding. But I said, oh, how about another one? And they said, yeah. So we did it. I think it's important to please the fans as well, You'd be surprised, a lot of bands don't have a set list. The Rolling Stones do not have a set list. They pretty much know what they're gonna play, but sometimes they just improvise and say, hey, how about this one instead of that one? Sure, let's do it. So. Well, I would say, as far as this record, as far as I would say the one that was written for my daughter, Lily. It's called "Hard to Say Goodbye." The song is about a dad going away for a little while. You know, when I go on the road and I have a daughter that's 6 years old, and I say bye to my daughter, it's always very difficult. It's always very difficult to leave my daughter behind because she's always asking me the same question: when are you coming back, Daddy? And I do my job. I'm a singer, I'm a touring artist, and I'm blessed. But it's very difficult, you know, as a dad, you know. So I co-wrote this song with the guys, and it's about my daughter. But it could be also for someone leaving, you know, somebody going to war. For example, we have a war in the USA, you know, somebody being deployed, going to war, and says, hey, you know, I don't know when I'll be back, but I hope to be back soon. Or a truck driver going to say, hey, honey, I gotta go do my job, you know, I gotta drive 1,000 miles, do my job and come back. You know, life is like that, you never know. It's always very difficult to say goodbye to someone that you love, you know. You know, when you go to an airport and you see that moment where you're like, you see your best friend or your parents or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, it's so hard to say goodbye, this little thing, you know, you hug somebody, you know what I mean? So I wrote that song for that, you know. That's my favorite song of the album, that's for sure. My home. I like my place. I like where I live. I live in Toluca Lake, which is next to Studio City. It's pretty. It's a small community. It's nothing pretentious. It's just a very nice place. You know, big houses owned by a lot of older. When I mean older, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I mean. Older rock stars or older actors, you know, actresses, you know, stuff like that, you know. And the houses were built in the 40s and in the 50s, and they're magnificent. They're huge, big houses, you know. You can imagine, like, you know, 10 bedrooms and all that stuff, you know. And that's where I live, you know. And my house, by the way, is not 10 bedroom. And I love that my little neighborhood, and I'm comfortable over there. I'm not a flashy guy. I don't like to go to parties. I don't like to go to be flashy and everything. I like when I'm back in Los Angeles, I like to spend time with my family, and I like to spend time with my friends, and especially spend time with my daughter. That's what I like to do.
Tell me lies. What a dirty mind.
Whoever, you know, I do. When I'm in town, I'm only in town for a couple of days usually. Okay, so usually I'm in town for 2 days, 3 at the most. Hello. I have to take care of one thing, my daughter. You know, I have to be a dad, a husband. You know, so I have to take care of all that, family man. So it does not leave me much time, you know what I mean? I teach martial arts, I teach judo. So I go to the YMCA in Los Angeles and I teach judo for little kids that don't have, you know, much money, you know, I do it for free, you know. And when I'm done with that and done taking care of my family and my daughter, then sometimes I go around and jam with different people, and my friend Jeff Paris is a really good songwriter. We jam together. you know, whoever calls me and said, hey, do you want to come on stage and do a song? Yes, of course. It's always so much fun. You have to understand one thing. I do music because I like doing music, okay? I could do something else for a living. I'm not restrained to just doing music, okay? And I don't mean to be pretentious about it. I could do other things, you know? I do what I do because I love doing that. I love singing, I love playing, I love entertaining. I don't do it because, oh my God, I'm getting money. Jesus Christ, I make way more money doing other things, you know? I love doing what I do for a living, you know? So, yeah, if you call me and say, hey, do you want to jam? Bring your guitar, I'll be there.
Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you care. Let's get it on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
When I first came to Los Angeles, somebody said to me, I was looking for a gig, and as a singer, and there was a lot of, I went to audition, there was a lot of singers, you know, they all had like the looks and the hair and that stuff, you know. That was back in the 80s, you know, and I was this little Frenchman coming to Los Angeles, you know, and trying out, you know. I was very shy and very hopeful, you know, but, you know, I felt strong, you know. I was shy, but shy, I don't mean like, oh, you know, I was strong, you know. And guy said to me, well, what's your name? I says, my name is Terry, you know, I'm from France, you know, I'm Spanish, you know, I'm half Spanish, half French, you know. And the guy said, well, the guys were making jokes, they were making fun of me, like, oh, bleh. Maybe if you can't sing, at least you can cook. That's what I remember about them. I got the gig, by the way. They didn't. So, I'm very tenacious, you know. I was really upset when they told me that. So really? I can cook? Okay. When I sang and I got the gig, that particular gig I got. It wasn't a big gig, but I was happy because I was like, you know, I can cook too, by the way. As far as Great White is touring as much as possible, we have we're booked, solid booked till 2013, the end of 2013. We're completely booked. We're booking more dates as we speak, but it's going like crazy right now. We have a song that's in the top 14 right now in Los Angeles. Classic rock stations are playing the song a lot. So we're number 14 in the charts right now, which is quite amazing for a rock band, of a classic rock band, you know. So we have a lot of dates, a lot of promoters calling us, asking us to do this and this and this, festivals, things, you know. So we're very excited and very blessed. That's gonna take a lot of my time. As far as other things, whenever I can, I will do charity work. I do a lot of charity work for the Red Cross, La Croix-Rouge. I do a lot of things for people that don't have money, kids. I do a lot of concerts for kids free, you know. I try to help other people, you know. I think it's important that when God gives you a second chance in life, like my career went down, my career with XYZ went up, and I was a successful singer, you know, thank God. And my career took a dive, you know, and I didn't have much going on after a while, you know. And I was lucky enough that God sent me another message and said, well, here it is. Here's another chance for you, you know. What are you going to do with it? And I realized that it's important to give, and it's important to give, and it's important to share the wealth. You know what it means? Meaning share what I have right now. I'm comfortable going on stage. I'm blessed to be here with you guys. I'm blessed to go on stage. And you know what? If I can help other people, if I can help people that don't have money, people that don't have, you know, don't know how to do things, I'll do it. Like people ask me all the time, could you teach singing for free? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll go and do a couple of things left and right, teach kids how to sing, you know, do a couple of lessons for free, you know. whenever I have the time, let's face it, I'm very busy, but I think it's important to share the wealth. God give me a second chance, then it's for me to share it with other people.
You, yes I do.
Yeah, I want to say thank you very much. I'm really amazed by the spectacular response I have gotten from the French press. Really, the reviews were amazing, overwhelming. I mean, at times I thought, come on, they're joking or what, you know. But I realized they were very sincere, you know. I think the fans are pretty proud that they have a rock singer that's from here, that's becoming an international artist, and I don't take it lightly. I take it very seriously, and I'm very proud and thankful, very thankful. So tonight we're playing here in France, and I'm very excited to be here. I mean, I was anxious as we were driving here. I was telling the guys, come on, we're running late, we gotta go. I'm actually very excited to be here, you know. It's actually a very emotional moment for me to be here, because I left France a long time ago, and I had a bitter taste in my mouth, you know. I was like, because I had a record deal when I was 17 with RCA, and they gave me the boot. I mean, you know what the expressions, I mean, they told me to get lost. And I was really, really upset, you know. I said, I'll never come back, fuck it, you know. Well, you know, guess what? A lot of water under the bridge, and I'm happy to be back, and I'm thankful that the fans are here for me tonight, and I hope to satisfy them.